Hey guys, welcome to your Aries reading for love for December 2020. So guys, I made all your videos already, and for some reason, and even I've been trying to upload the Sagittarius video for 2 days. Like, this keeps happening. I contacted YouTube. I don't know what's going on. I checked it on my end. There's no issues on my end. YouTube saying my videos are not uploading. I'm trying to repeatedly upload them over and over again. Sometimes they're even taking 48 hours to upload. And even then I gotta cancel the video and try to upload it over and over and over again. So I ended up remaking all the signs that I did weeks ago. So this, hopefully, because again, now I'm having uploading issues again. Sagittarius won't upload. So hopefully this uploads to you guys and gets to you. But we're going to take a look at your love life. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, I am a full-time tarot reader. In my personal life, I've been doing tarot 16 years now. I used to actually be on YouTube. I had a lot of tower moments I had to get off, but now I'm back. For those of you guys who have stayed with me and understand and know that I'm going through health issues right now and how I explained that I currently have cancer at the moment, I want to thank everyone for their patience. I know I'm not the most reliable on YouTube right now, given my health issues. I am trying to be regular. Now I'm having computer issues. It's always something, right? It's always something. So thank you guys for being patient with me. That does mean a lot to me, and I do appreciate you guys understanding, because I did want to let you guys know that I did reveal to YouTube about a month or two ago how I've been going through cancer. And I did that because I wanted you guys to understand that, it's not that I don't want to make the videos. It's not that I don't want to be on YouTube every day. I do care. I just have things, so I appreciate those who understand. So we're going to get into it. I already shuffle and premeditate ahead of time on the cards. We're going to take a look into their energy, your energy, the mutual situation that you guys could have been or currently going through, how they feel about you, how they think about you, the outcome. We're going to pull some advice. Then we're going to take a look at if you need to know anything, what's coming to you anywhere from now to the near future, or what you need to know. Could be a warning, could be a blessing. And then we're going to pull some cards from the Twin Flame deck. If you guys don't know what this is, it's basically like if your person could say anything to you, what would they say? Keep in mind, guys, that the energy can always be vice versa. For cross watchers, it's not going to resonate every single time. And I will mention the zodiac signs, but don't get caught up on them, because everyone has different, it depends on their entire birth chart, and it also could just be the energy of the read. Okay, so let's take a look. What do we got going on here? Oh, my crystals. Okay. For your person right now, Aries, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So whatever situation that they're going through with you and in their own personal life, I don't see that they're pretty fulfilled right now. They're not actually happy. They could even be doing things, they could be drinking right now. It is the holiday season, but I mean, that's not what I'm getting from this. I mean, like, drinking, like, because this could be a person that happens to be drinking more to kind of not face what they're feeling, kind of trying to block it out. Not saying that they're an alcoholic or that they're partying all the time. I'm just saying if this is a person who drank little, they're drinking more. If this was a person who didn't drink at all, they're starting to drink. And that is pretty common. I see when men and women go through a breakup, they do tend to pick up those habits when they're not really happy. Let's clarify, though. They don't have to be drinking. I'm just saying, like, that very well possibly could be what's going on here. But I just know that they're not happy with the situation. Yeah, like I just said, Ten of Cups in reverse clarified by the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Page of Pentacles upright. They're not happy. I think that they're not happy that maybe you have not reconciled with them yet. You might not want to reconcile with them, or you had a certain expectation of them that they did not meet, that they did not follow through. And you don't want to, I feel like you don't want to be bothered with the situation, because it looks to me like they've been hoping to hear some kind of good news from you or communication, or maybe to see a smile crack on your face, like you're excited to see them or hear from them, or that you want, they're looking for that, they're looking for some kind of validation that you want them in their life still. You want them in your life still. And I can see that this person is just upset about losing you and upset about the foundation, whether they caused it or not, whether they did something that caused a breakup, whether it doesn't matter. It matters where they are right now after the aftermath. And the aftermath is they are not happy right now. They are not happy with the situation. I think at one point that they were thinking that they weren't happy with you. I think that they were... And instead of trying to work through the issues like a healthy way, I think that they just might have had grass is greener on the other side syndrome. They might have wanted to try a new opportunity elsewhere. They might have wanted to see what else was out there. And that doesn't even necessarily mean another person. I just feel like that this person might have just thought that they could have new opportunities elsewhere. It doesn't matter if it's a job or anything. It's just like they wanted to try something new. And I feel like whatever they thought was going to end up making them happier did not end up making them happier. In fact, it made them even less happy. And I can see them looking back at memories with you and thinking about all that. You have the Ace of Pentacles right now. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So I feel like you might just be looking for a new opportunity elsewhere. You might be just focused on yourself, wanting to get your money up, wanting to make plans for the future. But let's clarify. You might even be, kind of curious to see what this person has to say to you. If they want a new opportunity, it's like, okay, well, what do you got for me? What offer does this, what are you bringing to the table right now that is, make me a valuable offer? Give me something I can work with here. Sell it to me. Why would I take you back? Why would I want to work on this? Why would I want to give you the time of day again? I could see that. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. 5 of Cups in reverse and 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. I feel like you're kind of getting over this, Aries. Like, you're definitely feeling it at one point. This was definitely causing you a lot of stress. A lot. You definitely were probably heartbroken. You definitely were probably mourning the situation. You might have gone through periods of time where you were regretting actions that you took. Like, oh, I should have handled this differently. I should have thought about this differently. I should have said this. I shouldn't have said that. I wish I could have done this. I wish I didn't do that. I do feel like that. I feel like you went through a really, really, really hard hit with this connection. There was, a lot of mourning, a lot of sadness, a lot of regret. It's kind of like that sickness to where you get so up in your head, you get so upset, you get so distraught about a situation that it was one of those emotional crises, like almost like a meltdown where you didn't want to go to work. You weren't sleeping, you weren't feeling, you didn't have any energy to keep your days going. Like, it's like you wanted to keep going, you wanted to have the motivation to keep going, but it was almost like, I need to get away. It was like you were going through that kind of emotional turmoil, and I see you coming out of it if you haven't already, because I do feel like something is going to shift where it could just be like you're just done feeling like this, or you just realize like you got it all out of your system, you cried enough, you screamed enough, you went sleepless enough, you thought about this enough, and now you're looking into more opportunities. Honestly, just hearing this video alone might make you shift your thought. Maybe this is the video that makes you think like, well, now at least I know that they're not that really happy, and maybe that can give you a little bit of peace of mind. Maybe that's what shifts your gears. Maybe it was just your friends or someone else offering you a new opportunity, or trying to get your head back in the game, or trying to, tell you like, hey, like, look at everything else that's out there. A lot of times when people are trying to have a reconciliation with a relationship, they go about it the whole wrong way. They try to convince the person to come back to them. They try to say, you're nothing without me. You won't be this, you won't be that. I was the greatest thing for you. You'll never find someone like me. And that is not the way to get someone back. If anything, that pushes people further away. The best way to convince someone is not to tell them, it's to show them. And the best way to get someone back is to show them what they're missing out on. If you're hitting someone up and giving them anxiety all the time, or you're trying to make them feel guilty about the relationship, they're just going to associate you with very stressful feelings. Now, if you give someone space and you walk away and you get your A game up and you start working out, getting your hair done, shaving your face, taking on new hobbies, making new friends, making more money, making your house more pretty, making your situation, upgrading into a new car, traveling more. If you show that you're going to end up giving this person a case of FOMO, fear of missing out. This person's going to be like, wow, look at the amazing person that they're turning into. I was a fool to let them go. I was a fool to not fight for this. I was a fool. I need them back in my life. They're doing so much better without me. Maybe I was the problem. And that's what causes reconciliation, is that when people put the work into themselves, they not only feel better about themselves, they not only raise their status in life, but they feel more confident. They not only opened all these new opportunities for themselves, it generally makes them happier. It puts them in a better state of mind to where they're not so emotional. So when they do deal with their ex, they're like so calm, cool, and collected. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't need you anymore. I loved you, but I don't need you. Whereas this person is just distraught and they want to come back. So I feel like you are going to start getting on this new opportunity, and it's going to start making them more distraught. The more you become level-headed about the situation, the more you focus on you, the more that this person is getting a case of FOMO. The mutual situation between you guys at this current time that you guys either already started to experience or going to be experiencing anywhere from like now coming into it to the next couple weeks, we got the 8 of Pentacles. So somebody here is planning. Now it is mutual. It could be you, it could be them, but we're going to clarify. It's most likely both of you, but let's see. Hangman with the Ace of Cups upright. Yeah, I feel like somebody here is definitely trying to plan on how to get this love back, okay? Somebody here is definitely trying to look in what worked, what didn't work, okay? How can they go? But somebody's at a standstill. They don't really know what to do. That's why they're in planning mode. They're in thinking mode. They're looking at, like, what have I invested into this? What was it worth it? Is it working? Is it worth it to keep working on it? And if I do keep working on it, what have I done so far that has caused us to be in this situation? What haven't I tried? What would be the best course of action? Somebody is really in deep contemplation like that. I think of Eminem, the rapper Eminem, in his lab, just making raps, you know. That's what I get all the time when I get this card, you know. This person is wondering how to get success. What can they do? They're putting their mind to it, and their success is they want love with you. They want this new love with you. It's very possible that you just, again, want to move on and find something new. You could be very just done with this person at this point, Aries. I think you just, at this point, you're just like, you don't even want to revisit that anymore. It's like, you already caused me all this negative juju in my life. Like, if I get back with you, I'm going to hold on to that. Like, I'm just always going to look at you. Like, I'm sure I'll have happy moments with you again, but then you're just going to be staring at them and just be like, I don't like everything that you put me through. How do I know you're never going to put me through that again? And I feel like you're just thinking, like, at this point, like, you just want to move on. You're ready for something new, like a fresh start, something that doesn't bring you this baggage, something that doesn't bring you these memories, you know? But they're over here. They're plotting. They're planning. They're trying to get you back, you know? They just don't know how to go about it. I think that they're in the state of, what do I need to sacrifice? What do I need to give up? If that's a thing in their life, a person, if that's a personality, if that's a like a personality trait, like if they scream too much, if they do this, if they do that, you're gonna know how it resonates. I don't know you guys personally. I can only tell you the energy, but it's like that. How they feel about you in the current moment is the Fool. So I believe, now given the circumstances, I would say that Well, let me clarify first. Last shuffle. Yeah, wow. 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Okay. So what I really think here is that they are really afraid that they're going to lose you for good. I think that they're afraid you are going to have a new beginning somewhere else. You could have already started seeing someone at this point, Aries, or at least that they're very convinced that there's someone in your life that they don't know about, that they could be thinking that you're just hiding a new love. This person's knows that they caused you a lot of heartbreak, and they also know that they caused themselves a lot of heartbreak by losing you. They do want a new belief. They want you back. I feel like if they can't find a way to get you back, it is going to cause them even more heartbreak than they can stand. And I think that they know this and they realize this. But again, they're in this plotting, planning mode. I think that they're willing to sabotage anything in their life right now to get you back, or anything in your life if you do have a new connection. If this and that, this person wants to find you again. They feel like they lost you and they want you back. I think that they are torn over the fact that you two are having a new beginning elsewhere, whether they left you and decided they wanted a new beginning elsewhere and they were regretting it really bad, which I think could be the case, but it's mainly the fact that they're petrified they're not going to have a new start with you. They're petrified that you're going to be in the arms of another man or woman and they're going to lose their chance with you forever. And they know that that is going to cause them more grief than they can handle. It's very possible, too, for a small portion of you, Aries, that you might have been the one to break their heart. It is very possible with the way that, it looks like you took a new opportunity elsewhere, you're taking one. There is regret on your side and remorse. And they're very unhappy with how... It's very possible, Aries, that you are the one who did this to them. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case for everyone. This very well, for some reason, could be... I am getting a lot of cross-watcher energy here. It is very possible, Aries, that you are the one that broke their heart, And I think you've spent time, if this is the case, if you were the one to break their heart, I do feel like you've had regret. I do feel like you've carried guilt, but I feel like for the most part, it's like you did what you did for a reason. And I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying, like, it's like you're kind of happy to be having a new beginning elsewhere at this point. Like, you're kind of like, what is what it is. I'm not proud of my behaviors, but I want it out. So I did it this way. Maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. I do feel bad for hurting you, but in generally, I'm kind of keeping it moving. I do kind of see that a little bit as well. Now, for how they think about you is the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have Gemini, Aries, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. I feel like that... Let me clarify. I do get a sense that there's like some kind of need for space between you two. You guys might have had a really bad toxic ending. Someone here could just always be feeling like either you're always feeling like they're doing it or they're always feeling like you're doing it. Somebody here is always trying to pick a fight. Someone here is always trying to be rude. Someone's here is just always angry. And the anger, I believe, comes from hurt. Give me 2 more shuffles, please. The World in reverse with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this person feels like nothing positive is happening between you two, but they can't let it go because they feel like they have unfinished business with you. They feel like they don't have closure with you. They feel like they can't leave it like this with you. Like, it can't be left like this. Like, you can't leave me. And with this Eight of Swords here, Eight of Swords is anxiety, it's fear, right? And a lot of times it's more anxiety and fear that we create for ourselves inside our head than what it really is. But you know what? It's interesting here with this fire and how this person's like stuck in the fire almost, or the fire's behind it. I feel like almost like this person feels like you set the house on fire and you're walking away. Now, I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying that's how they feel. They're looking at this situation like, you're really gonna let me burn alive in this house right now. I'm getting Eminem again a lot with this read, which is weird. I don't usually bring in songs or stuff like that like other tarot readers do to reads. But you know that song, if you Love the Way You Lie with Rihanna and Eminem, if you ever try to leave again, I'm going to tie you to something and set this house on fire. If you know Eminem and you know that song, that was a huge hit song, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Tie you to the bed and set this house on fire. Like, basically, like, you're not allowed to leave me. How could you do this to me? Don't leave me like this. That we're not done here. It's like that. It's like that. They do feel like they don't even, not only do they feel like they need closure, but let me explain. They don't want closure because they're not trying to close this. They don't want this they're not done with this. If you guys had a really bad toxic breakup, or you guys are one of those couples that are just in toxic situations all the time, or you guys are like in and out with each other off and on, and you're finally like pulling the plug for good, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, we had some kind of unspoken agreement here that we fight, we break up, we're toxic, we do this in and out thing, we might call each other names, but we don't actually leave each other at the end of the day. Like, you can't actually leave. You can't leave me like this. You can't set the house on fire and walk away from me. And that's how this person's thinking right now. I feel like they're being impulsive with the way their mind is, or they're thinking that this situation's impulsive, that it's out of control. This person is really screwed up, Aries. I'm not saying like they're a screwed up individual. I'm saying like right now this situation's got them screwed up. So the mutual outcome between you guys as of right now, I only do outcomes for a little bit, not too far into the future, because things can change. People alter their past all the time. But you guys have the Two of Cups in reverse right now. So the forefront of the separation is there. Like, if you guys have been separating for a while or out of communication, it's like it's starting to finalize. If you guys just broke up and this is a toxic situation, or you guys are breaking up, it's like the forefront of the energy right now. This breakup or the separation between you two is going to be on the mind of you and them quite a lot. And then, either already in the month of December or going into the next couple weeks. Tell me more about this Two of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups with the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah. I feel like somebody here is definitely looking for an apology. Somebody wants to give an apology here. Somebody wants to end the conflict. But I think somebody here is going to be rejected. I think that that's not what's going to happen. Somebody very well here could be going into some kind of new love situation. I don't feel like it's them. I really don't, Aries. I feel like this is you. I feel like you might be toying around with the idea. I don't know if it's anything serious I see right now, but, dating around, I can definitely see you wanting to keep your options open, flirting with others, doing that. Mainly, I feel like it's just to get out of this energy. Like, you just don't want to be bothered with this anymore. You don't want to think about them. You could be rebounding. They could be rebounding to try and get their mind off of you. But I think somebody here just wants to end the conflict, wants to have a restart with you. And if they can't be with you, or you can't be with them, somebody here wants to at least set the stage to where you guys are at peace. That way in the future, if you guys could be friends, if you could rebuild that connection, it's like somebody just doesn't want to leave it like the way it is right now. And if you guys have been separated for a while, it's definitely been dwelling on someone's mind where they do want to come back and fix the situation. They don't, like, this does weigh on them. So we're going to pull some advice and see if what's coming toward you or what you need to know for the near future. Okay, so your advice is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy here. We're going to clarify. 3 shuffles, please. Four Swords in reverse with the Empress upright. Okay. So, I think you might starting to realize what it is. Maybe this person tries to come back, or maybe this, that. It might feed your ego a little bit. It might make this breakup or the separation a little bit easier. And I feel like you might go to a period where you get a little too confident in the situation to where you stop working on yourself. You stop working on your growth. And or it might be the complete opposite. You might go totally hard on it. And the advice here is that you need to continue to self-love and to nurture yourself, but make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Like, you do want to work on yourself, you want to do this, you want to do that, but you don't want to do it in a way where you're stepping on other people's toes. You don't want to do it to shove it in someone's face. You don't want to do it to rub it in. You want to stay humble about it. You don't want to get lazy at the same time. Don't get too confident. Don't get too cocky. Because this is a warning that, you need to loosen up a little bit. But you also need to not be lazy at all. It's also a sign, like, you could not be paying attention to little details that are actually you're supposed to be paying attention to. Maybe you're not reading between the lines of a situation, or someone's telling you something, you're hearing the big picture and you're not realizing what the little meanings are that are very significant in a situation. I also believe at the same time that you're kind of being a little stubborn right now. You could be being a little stubborn if this person, you might not be willing to budge on anything, on how you feel, on how you think. You might hear this reading and say, no way, I'm good with the way I do it. I'm fine. I'm perfect. I don't need to change. You don't understand my situation. I am the way I am because of this. That's not going to help you grow. That's not going to help you grow. By all means, do what you got to do. Do you. Do what, if you're fine being in that energy and that's how you just make it in life, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to change you. I'm just giving you the messages of the cards, okay? You could be being a little too stubborn at this moment. And with the Four Swords in reverse, this is a time, this is a calling saying, like, you kind of need to wake up to the things around you. You need to also see what you're doing. You also need to see your take in things. You need to see how you're responding to situations. And you need to do it with empathy and compassion and nurturing. And you might say, no, I don't want to. And that's fine. That's just the advice that the cards are giving you, Tarot always wants to see the best for people. They want to put them, it's the universe. They want to align you with where you should be and who you should be. And to help you, what's going to help you be the best person you can be for yourself as well. Which generally, you can't, what is that saying? You can't bump it until you try it. I don't know. I could have been totally wrong. You can't hate on it until you try it. How do you know you wouldn't be more free-feeling and happier if you were to be a little less stubborn, if you were to have a little bit more understanding or compassion, if you were to put yourself in someone else's shoes? You might feel freer, you might feel lighter, you might realize you kind of like it there, but if you're fine where you're at, you're fine where you're at. But the advice here is to don't be too stubborn, don't get too lazy, don't get too confident. loosen up a little bit. Like, ease off on people. If you're judging them too hard, I wouldn't even say judging. I would just say, like, if you're stuck in your ways, loosen up a little bit on the way you're thinking about things, on the way you're feeling about things. You might be starting to end up hardening yourself in a direction where you're becoming too hard. And I don't have that energy yet here on the board, but you don't want to get to that energy. Prevention is always easier than correction, right? Anyway, what is coming towards you anywhere from now to the near future, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? This could be a reconciliation, to be honest. Now, this could happen in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, the whole 3 months. But let's see. 3 shuffles, please. King of Cups upright. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy with the Seven of Wands in reverse. So this could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. I do feel like, though, someone here does want a reconciliation. And I feel like this is met with more, at this point, with more compassion and empathy. So you might have taken the advice, or this is them coming at you with a softer tone, trying to open up to you. They're very emotional, but at the same time, somebody here is still very guarded. Somebody here is still wanting to give up on the situation. Somebody here doesn't really trust it. I don't know if that's you or if that's them. I just know that it looks like what's coming towards you, or what you need to know, is that somebody here is coming to try and reconcile with you. Whereas all this energy, it's like somebody here wants it, somebody here is feeling it, someone here is thinking it, and it's like what's coming up for you is that somebody's going to try it. They might be met with a force, though, where I think you might reject them, Aries. I think by the time that they do come around, I think you're just going to be done with it. I honestly think that's what's going to happen here. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But if your person could say anything to you, what would they say? We're gonna pull some cards here from the Twin Flame deck here. Let me get all my other cards out of the way. No, yeah, I think that this person's... They're going to be approaching you, but they're definitely going to be cautious about the way that they approach you. With that Seven of Wands in reverse, they're not going to... They're almost afraid that you're going to turn them down. They're afraid because they have a lot of emotions with you with this King of Cups and the Seven of Wands in reverse. I do feel like a part of them is almost wondering, questioning themselves, like, oh, man, is this even smart? Is this even smart? But it's like their heart keeps pulling them back toward you. Their thoughts keep pulling them back towards you. Like, they can't forget about you. Like, they might have thought it was going to be easier to forget about you, and it's just not. I think that's why they try to come and reconcile. All right. 3 shuffles, please. Oh, exactly. What I was just saying. I'm telling you, the cards do not lie. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, so what was I just saying? I was just saying about all this, right? So the 2 cards that they got out were, the first one was, would you reject me? So like I said, I feel like they're afraid to approach you. I think that's why they haven't done it yet. They're in this, whether you know it or not, they're in this situation. They're in these thoughts. They're in this moment. Okay, they're feeling it. They're thinking of it. Like I said, the situation that's going to be occurring, someone's planning here. Okay, so you might be thinking, I'm batshit, and I don't know what I'm talking about. You're like, there is no way they did this, this, and that. They haven't responded to my calls. They acted like this. They did this. I'm telling you, as of right now, they're going to be in the energy where they're going into, where they are trying to fix this, where they are trying to plan on how the best to go with this. They're trying to see what worked, what hasn't, with this, with that. They might have used different tactics to get under your skin. Maybe they wanted to set off a reaction in you, and you didn't give off the one that they were hoping, so they're back to the drawing board. I do feel like that they're going to want to try to reconcile with you, but again, there's this defensive guardedness. They're not even sure. I think they're afraid of rejection is what it is. I think that they're afraid that you're going to reject them if they come forward. The next card that comes out is your words linger in my mind. Okay, self-explanatory, guys. We just went over this whole time, how they are stuck on repeat and like Groundhog Day, just repeating all, everything. What went wrong, what happened, what didn't, all this. And I think they're getting a FOMO. They're if they weren't, they are now. They're thinking, they're remembering you. And it's replaying, it's haunting them. They can't let it go. Okay? And that is driving them towards you. All right, that is what I have for you guys. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.